Hello everyone, it's Cirque, and today we're going to be unboxing the Hairology anthology from Lifeline Comics. I found this anthology on Kickstarter and thought it sounded very fun. It celebrates hair in all of its forms, regardless of what race or gender you are or where that hair might end up being, whether on your head, your face, or in other areas that people tend to be a little more weird about, if you catch my drift. And I actually got the mystery box, so I have no idea what's in here. But to give a little bit of background about the book before I begin, it was compiled by Kat Kalamiev, who is the runner of Lifeline Comics, and I've actually funded a couple more of her Kickstarters after this one that either haven't shipped out yet or are perhaps still in the mail. I don't think they have shipped out yet, but I don't want to speak too soon. But we'll be seeing her name a couple more times in the future, and hopefully many more than a couple more times, because I am a big fan of what I'm seeing coming out of her imprint, so I definitely plan to fund a few more of her Kickstarters in the future. And she is working with Phil Falco and Jamila Rouser, who I'm a little less familiar with, but I know that I've funded at least one more of Phil Falco's projects, so you'll at least be seeing his name at least once more in the future. But enough about that. Let's open up the box and see what I got. Ooh. Alright, so first off, we got two nice enamel pins. The first one is one that everyone who got physical items from this campaign got. It is a hair monster, and it is simply adorable. I was very excited about this pin when I saw it announced as one of the stretch goals. So I'm going to take it out so that you can see it a little better. It's a little creature that's made up of hair, and it looks very angry, just like some people's hair is. I know I struggled a lot with my hair when I was younger, so I can definitely relate to hair being a bit of a monster. And the second pin is one that I did not know I was getting, but I am very happy about. It looks to be a turtle with the non-binary colors, and I'm very excited about that because I am non-binary, so I look forward to displaying this little turtle somewhere to show my pride. And I also love turtles. I think they're adorable. I do have... oh, nope, I don't have a turtle yet. I actually have a couple of bracelets to track endangered creatures that is supposed to help them, but I don't have a turtle yet. I thought I did, but that's one I'll get in the future probably, but I'm not going to go too much into that because that's not related to the campaign. So put those to the side. And then we also have a Hairology sticker that has the same design as, I believe that's the main cover, so if you wanted to get a physical copy of the comic but weren't super picky about which comic you got, this one was the most common cover. I'm just going to look to the side quick and see if they differentiated the prices of the covers. Yes, they did. So this was the cheapest cover that you could get. So it's very pretty. It's a more masculine presenting person with rainbow hair, and their hair has various tools in it, but they look like they're having fun, so I'm happy for them. And then next up is, it looks like a signed print of the Slice of Life comic. This is actually another one of the Kickstarters I funded, was for physical copies of this comic. It is a webtoon as well, so if you're interested in that and don't want to wait around for when I unbox those comics, then you can go on Webtoon and check that out. It is an LGBT fantasy story, but I don't remember a whole ton off the top of my head what it is past that. But these two are in love with one another, and that makes me very happy. I can't wait to read it, because I am actually holding off a little bit until I get the physical books in my hands to enjoy it. But the synopsis sounded very fun, so I'm very excited to read that. Ooh. And then underneath we have a copy of issue 1 of Haunting, which is by Phil Falco and 2 other individuals whose names I don't see immediately, so I'm not sure what their first names are. But this was available as one, I know this was available as one of the add-ons for many of the Lifeline comics, so I've heard of this series but haven't actually looked too far into it yet. But I love spooky things, so I'm sure I will enjoy it. So I'll have to read through that a bit. And see what it is in the future. Oh, okay. So we also got a copy of Rainbow Canvas. Oh, okay, and all of these have been signed so far by Phil Falco, so that's very exciting. We got a copy of Rainbow Canvas, which I believe is, yes, it's one of the later campaigns that I actually funded, so I'm going to have at least 2 copies of Rainbow Canvas Volume 1, because I know for a fact I'm at least getting the Rainbow Canvas. I think I got another mystery box for us to look through, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But I know for a fact I'm getting at least 1 more copy of Rainbow Canvas. So I'm excited. I'm happy. Maybe I'll get the same cover again. Maybe I won't. We'll have to see. But this is specifically an LGBT anthology that Lifeline created. It's primarily girls love and boys love. Yes, so it was created by Kat and Phil. And alright, and the very first story is based off of Slice of Life. But yes, so I'm very excited about that. We'll have to see whether I get a different cover next time. Ooh, but underneath there, we also got a copy of Slice of Life Volume 1 signed. So that's another one that I'm going to have at least 2 copies of this, because I know I ordered back issues of all of the Slice of Life issues that were out so far with one of these. So give you a little glance at the artwork. It's very beautiful. Even if I can't tell you off the top of my head what the plot is, I know it's very fun, so I recommend reading it. Ooh, and underneath there, something very exciting. It is a metal cover of Hairology. So, assuming I don't get another copy of Hairology from any of my mystery boxes, I might just have to order a second copy of it, because this metal cover feels very sturdy. So I'm assuming that just normal wear and tear won't affect it too much. But I have to admit, metal covers are a little intimidating to me, because I've never had a comic book with a metal cover before. So I'm a little scared that just reading it is going to make it difficult to keep it nice. So, like I said, I might have to buy another copy of Hairology that isn't a metal cover, although this is the most expensive version of Hairology that was available. So the fact that I got it as a surprise is very exciting. If anything, it will definitely be an item that I will happily display very excitedly. Oh, and then we have some signings inside. because I'm assuming that it's a little hard to sign a metal cover, but inside we have some signings by a few of the authors. And then we have a little glance at some of the artwork, and I can't wait to read this. I was looking over some of the synopses of these stories in preparation, and a few of them really touched me, so I'm probably going to read this within the next couple days, and I'll just have to let you know how it is. I don't even know how to put into words how excited I am to read this finally, and to read some of the other books that I have gotten from this imprint, because just everything that I've seen come out of Lifeline has just seemed so fun and just amazing. And the last two items in my box were not surprises. These were add-ons that I got because they were Lifeline campaigns that I missed in the past, so I felt like I had to get them. And who knows, maybe I'll get at least one more of these in the future from other mystery boxes, but just I like to know that I have at least one copy of these. It is volumes 1 and 2 of their By Visibility anthologies. Just lots of stories about being bisexual, and oh, okay. This one I know a little bit less about because since I missed the campaign, I didn't do as much research into it as I do when I am funding an in-progress campaign, but the artwork looks very beautiful. And the second one is a little thicker, so maybe they got a few more artists to contribute once the first one was successful, or maybe they were able to pay the artist a little bit more to make longer stories. But regardless, just if you're passionate about LGBT stories and diversity and giving voices to those who don't get voices very often, I definitely recommend looking into Lifeline Comics and Kat Kalamia's work and her Kickstarters. She seems to have at least one Kickstarter going every month or so with different anthologies and comic books, and she's had one or two of these LGBT enamel pin campaigns going, or at least I think it was her. It might have been one of the other artists that contributes, but I hope you can tell from my voice, just even though I can't put into words what all of these anthologies are, and I may not recognize every name that contributes to them, just being able to see my LGBT siblings represented in comics is just, I love living in this time. With all of the bad things going on, it's amazing to see representation of so many different people, and I can't wait to read these comics, and I hope that this video encourages you to go check out their comics as well, because I very much believe that they are wonderful people, and they definitely deserve all the support we can give them. But with that being said, I hope that today is a wonderful day for you. I hope you feel loved and accepted and represented in whatever your media of choice is. And I hope that I get to see you again soon.